Well, hello, hello, hello from Hannah and me. Welcome to this beautiful meditation that we're so excited to share with you, that is in celebration of International Women's Day and really the empowerment of the sacred feminine. So just before we get started, I'm going to invite you to go and find yourself a crystal if you can. If you've got one, or if you've got a piece of jewellery that you would like to embed the energies of this meditation into, then I'm just going to give you a minute to go and do that. Make sure you've got some water on you, and you've got your phone on silent, and you're not going to be disturbed for the next half hour or so. Hannah and I are going to work together, so I'm going to start the intro of this meditation using the sphere of compassion. Some of you who've worked with me will know about this method, and we will be showing it in the retreat as well. And then I will start to drum, and this is when Hannah's going to come in and take you through a beautiful guided visualization shamanic journey. And then what we will do is we will then anchor the energy that we've worked with and bring it to a close. And that should be about half an hour, right, in total. Yeah. But we reckon will be about half an hour. And then we will be available to answer any questions you may have about the retreat. We'll do a little bit of talking. If you're not sure what we're doing, we're running a transformational sacred feminine retreat. I can't remember the exact words.
Women's Transformational Weekend Retreat.
Women's Transformational Weekend Retreat on the 7th to the 9th of April of this year. And this is the first of several retreats that we have in mind, bearing in mind that we want to be integrating with the sacred masculine as well, but it's really important to connect with our feminine first and invite the men in their own way, or those who identify more with the sacred masculine, to identify and connect with themselves with their own men's group work. And then we're going to start bringing it together, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So this meditation isn't just for women, it's for anyone who wants to nourish and activate their sacred feminine, their divine feminine. Is there anything you'd like to say before we start?
The feminine aspect of the heart is where we receive the light of love and where we nourish it. And our men need this as much as the women do.
Yeah. And also transgender, like everybody has a sort of divine feminine, divine masculine. If you think about the sort of divine mother, the divine father. So this is totally for everybody. And we hope that you will get the nourishment that we feel flowing through us already. And I do just want to say, Colette, this is your crystal that I've brought back from Kauai, so it's imbued with lots of healing energy already, and it's going to have lots more. So, are we ready? So, making sure that you're comfortable. We're sitting up straight, but feel free to lie down. Feel free to sit with your back supported, whatever's going to be comfortable. Make sure you've got something around you to keep you warm, because you will, your body temperature is going to come down as we go through the meditation.
Yeah, you want to be able to relax and release the weight of your body.
Cool. And then when you're ready, we're just going to start. Well, hold your crystal, bring it to your heart, and just bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra. And when you're ready, you can just gently close your eyes, and I'll be doing this as well. So as you close your eyes, allowing your attention to be drawn to your heart space, to the light that is the spark of your self, your divine self, you as the creator, you as part of creation. And just give yourself permission to nourish this divine spark that you are through this meditation by breathing gently in through your nose and out through your mouth. Do this a few times, noticing that the light that is there grows brighter, and don't worry if visualizing is challenging for you, just have the intention. Feel free to sigh your breath out as you breathe out. Notice yourself getting taller as you fill up with your breath. As that light that is in you is a reflection of the light of Source and all that is. As you breathe out, send your breath up through the crown of your head. Send it up through the sun, up through the center of our galaxy and the universe, all the way up to the source of all that is. And you can imagine this as a huge body of light, bigger than any light you've ever seen in your life, a whole sky of light. And next in-breath, bring that light down through the crown of your head, through the sun, down through your body, and send it down through your pelvic floor, through your legs, all the way down into the center of the earth. So imagining that we're connecting now with the heart of Gaia, center of this beautiful planet. And as the light of Source meets the light of Gaia, there is a celebration, an ecstatic embrace. And you can breathe up through your body now as you inhale the light of Gaia, all the way up and out through the crown of your head, sending it back up through the sun to the source of all that is. So we are anchoring Gaia and Source into each other through each of our bodies, nourishing our planet, nourishing ourselves, and nourishing the cosmos just through our intention and love. And as you feel yourself anchored above and below, just imagine for a moment a huge sphere of compassion surrounding you. And this is a protective field. It's the outer edge of your energy field, which is made of lots of layers of energy body, spirit body, etc. And you can make your sphere of compassion as big as the room that you're in, or even as big as the house that you're in, if you prefer. Now this sphere is a holographic sphere made up of trillions of little spheres all spinning on their own axis. So as you look around the walls of this sphere, you can see trillions of little spheres, spheres within spheres. And they are increasing the energy vibration around you so that you vibrate to the frequency of pure compassion. Know that this is happening, and know that we will activate this now with a few words that remind you to connect with your I Am presence, which is your own higher self, your higher wisdom. So please just repeat these words after me. I am all that is.
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 I am infinite love.
I am infinite love.
I am infinite light.
I am infinite light.
I am infinite wisdom.
I am infinite wisdom.
I am infinite power.
I am infinite power.
I am pure intent.
I am pure intent.
I am the source of my creations.
I am the source of my creations.
And I am the creator of my own reality.
And I am the creator of my own reality.
I am that I am.
I am that I am.
Again, focus on your breath and allow these statements to awaken within you a knowledge, a wisdom of this divine truth. And so these energies fill your whole sphere. And we're just going to create a little sphere which we are going to place into any and all feelings, thoughts, beliefs, memories, perceptions that may hold you in a state of being that is less than this truth. So I sent out a video about what it means to be empowered in your sacred feminine earlier. And I invite you now to breathe into this little sphere any and all resistance to being in your full empowerment, in your full sacred feminine empowerment. So any restrictions that you perceive in your life, whether they're in your relationships, your work life, your finances, your perception of yourself, how others perceive you, just take a moment to breathe your troubles, to breathe the resistance of your power and your self-empowerment into this little sphere. And we're releasing now from our cellular memory, our molecular memory, our atomic memory, subatomic memory, and all the waves and particles of the quantum field that make up you, that make up me, that make up us. All limiting beliefs, thoughts, feelings, memories, perceptions that hold you into a space that isn't where you want to be. So give you a minute to do that. You just breathe it out through your mouth and imagine the spheres in front of your mouth. And notice the colour of what's leaving your body. This is all going into a sphere of compassion that's going to be loved up by infinite love. So just feel free to release all known and unknown resistance that holds you where you don't want to be. Now trust that your body is continuing to release on all levels as this little sphere starts to spin on its own axis. And as the sphere spins on its own axis, it's acting like a vacuum, drawing out from your whole being, your energy field, your subtle bodies and your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, your astral body, and your etheric body, any and all resistance holding you back in this moment from receiving your own love, receiving your own acceptance, and your own sense of belonging within you. And as the sphere is spinning and drawing out of you what no longer serves you, invite down through Source the ray, the soft pink ray of infinite love. So just imagine for a moment this light is coming down through the crown of your head via the sun. It's filling up your whole moving into the sphere as it's overflowing from you. And it's starting to love up all of that's in that sphere now. So that the vibration is raised into infinite love. And you'll see what happens to this sphere. I'm going to pass on to Hannah, who will now take you through a visualization that's going to reduce this sphere into something else. And I'm going to start again.
Holding the sphere gently in your vision, gently in the gaze, that light coming down through the core of your being, gaining in strength, gaining in its width, until it opens and softens like a waterfall of pink light flowing over the body. And as that water passes over the crown of the head, over the face, the ears, around the neck, moistening the lips, falling down the shoulders, down the arms, this sphere of compassion becomes smaller and smaller and reduces to a tiny seed held between the hands. And breathing in and breathing out. The waterfall of pink light flows over the breasts, over the ribs, down the belly, down the back, over the pelvis, releasing the tension that we hold there. Breathing deep into the belly, And the pink light is flowing down over the legs, across the thighs, around the knees, down the calves, pooling around the ankles, and softly flowing over the feet and the toes. Feeling completely relaxed. Imagine now that you are at an enormous body of water, an ocean, a lake, or a river. A design that is so pleasing to your senses. Resting in the beauty of this body of water. Walking in your imagination now down to the water's edge. And as you arrive, the waves are lapping at the shore. Small pebbles are under your feet. There's a wind in your hair, the smell of water in the air, and a tiny boat is waiting for you. Gently, you step into the boat, looking around. You notice off in the distance a beautiful cliff. And with your gaze, you direct your attention in that direction. The boat, as if by magic, begins to move through the water, little ripples coming out from its sides. Your gaze drawing you closer and closer to the cliff. And as you near its looming face, you notice in the bottom an opening. And curious, you direct your gaze into the opening. And as you sail underneath the rock, the dapples of the sunshine on the water and on your skin become covered with the cool shadow of the cave. The damp, moist air surrounds you, and you sail softly through the quiet. Darkness swallows, and as you enter deeper in the cave, tiny sparkles begin to gleam upon the sides, and deeper you go, and the sparkles increase. Overhead, around the walls, the light of pure gemstones, amethyst and diamond. Their purple and white light surrounds you in a soft, soft glow. And basking in this glow, your boat comes across the sand. The boat gently stops, and you step onto the shore. A slight wind brushing against your face and your skin. The feet step into the sand. Breathing in the softness of this land within the cave. The eyes open up to the landscape of your choosing. Grass, flowers, trees, plateau, desert. That which is home to you. And taking one step, and two, and three, You walk faster into this land, joyfully, joyfully coming home. Looking around you, ecstatic and happy, the wind kicks up. Breathing in and breathing out, sinking the feet deep into the earth, lifting the chest high. And surveying the landscape, you see the spot of your heart. Perhaps there are some extra flowers blooming there, or a very beautiful tree, a small waterfall, or a friend. And you walk to the spot of your heart, and you greet the spot of your heart with humility and with joy. And the warmth and the presence fills every fiber of your being. And sinking down onto one knee, you place your hand upon the earth and the other hand upon your heart. And you give thanks for this place. Digging a small hole into the sand, the soil, the earth, you place the seed that you have been carrying deep into the ground. And with all presence, you open the palm of your hand and release it. Covering the seed now with earth, sand, soil. Allow the body to relax. Allow the tears to come. Allow the body to release. Watering the seed with all the remnants that you have carried. And lying down upon the earth, you rock yourself. And you fall into a deep, quiet peace. Breathing deeply. After some time, you feel a stirring underneath your body, and rolling over, you witness the sprout as it pokes up through the earth, and singing to the sprout. You watch it grow, and one tiny leaf, the first leaf of the rose bush of your heart. Laughing, 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 you give thanks for this leaf. You promise to nurture it. You promise to care for it and to sing for it and to notice it. making an offering to the rose bush of your heart, any offering you desire, the first offering that springs forth in your imagination. Take a moment and give that offering to the rose of your heart. Breathing deeply, feel the energy and the connection. And with satisfaction, turn and walk back to your little boat. As you step over the edge of the boat, waving softly to the land of your heart, you turn the gaze toward the opening of the cave and past the jewels shining their violet and white light, past the darkness to the light beyond, you move. The dampness of the cave surrounds you, the smell of the water, the freshness of the breeze coming from the mouth. And as you move under the curve of rock of the cliff above, the sun hits you full on the chest, warming the heart, and the rose bush back in the cave grows a little more. The gaze turns to that far distant shore, and across the open water, the boat moves swiftly now returning to this world. Little ripples move in its wake, and in no time at all, you are back on the shore. Giving thanks to the boat so tenderly, stepping out of it and onto the bank. Stretch your fingers and stretch your arms. Widen your toes and push your legs out straight. Wiggle your head. Take a deep breath. When you are ready, in your own timing, you may slowly open your eyes.
So just before you come back fully, being aware of the vibration that you have expanded into, and setting the intention to allow this vibration to continue to grow and unfold within you. Just become aware again of the big sphere of compassion that surrounds you, and how we took all that we were ready to release and loved it up into a tiny little seed that became the seed of this rose of your heart. The whole of the sphere that you are surrounded by now is full of the energy of this rose of your heart. And the rose will continue to bloom, will continue to grow. And in order to help this and to support you to stay in this higher vibration of expansion and love and nurturing and nourishment. We set the intention now that the energy continues to expand until completion, until you are at the vibrationary level that you need to integrate and recalibrate. And in order to support this, we seal this meditation with the following words, so please repeat after me. Anchor, anchor, anchor.
Anchor, anchor, anchor.
Recalibrate, align.
Recalibrate, align.
Balance and harmonize.
Balance and harmonize.
For graceful integration.
For graceful integration.
And so it is.
And so it is.
And so it shall be.
And so it shall be.
Breathing fully into your heart again. Slowly bringing yourself back. How you doing? Flying with the fairy. We've had 3 comments that the technology isn't quite up to scratch.
Oh.
There seems to be some kind of freezing up, and I can only think, for those of you who are listening, that it's just because lots of people are using Facebook right now, because we are plugged in to the mains in terms of the router, so hopefully on the playback it will not be freezing, but thank you to Susie and Louise and Malika for bringing that up for us. And I'm sorry, I just was calling on the guides to try and clear the waves, but you know, it is as it is, and we'll trust. Now, if anyone has any questions about the retreat, then please use the opportunity now to place them in the comments box. We can definitely trust
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, just to say something about that freezing. When we've had any sort of trauma in the body, it creates an imprint of frozenness. And so part of what we're placing in that sphere of compassion and what we need to release often has to do with that imprint. And so just really honoring that frozenness that's there and that wants to move, and that it perhaps needs a much deeper experience and an extended period of time to fully begin to melt. And inviting you to come for that fuller experience with more time to really work on that thawing
Out. So basically the technology freezing on us is symbolic of our own emotional freezing, if that makes sense, and the thawing out that we need to do. And yeah, I'm pretty certain from memory that when you play these back that actually you do end up with a smoother experience. Yeah. But it's a very powerful retreat that we have in mind that we're going to be working on together, because it really is about tapping into nourishment. We're so lacking it in our world, and we go to a yoga class once a week, or we go to a meditation class, or we listen to something, and you know, we have that brief experience of feeling good and feeling aligned, and then the rest of the time we're not feeling aligned, we're not feeling good. So the norm is the not feeling good rather than the feeling good. And what we are doing through coming together in retreat is doing a big purge, a big cleanse of the density that we're used to being around, so that actually our frequency really changes. And instead of just having the benefit of something you do once a week, it's like you've done, you know, 30, 40, 50 hours of it in one go. And then you're very clear about anchoring that new vibration into your daily life. And that's the benefit of the retreat. It is going to be incredibly nurturing to be with sisters in the time that we'll be together. So if you are interested in finding out more, please contact us. Especially if you don't know us, you know, you don't know us personally. Some of you will know Hannah, some of you will know me. But for those of you who don't know us, if you want to make contact and just talk to us, that would be really good. Anything else you want to add?
I think that about sums it up. Creating a space for the light to enter. Nurturing that rose bush.
We're going to nurture the rose bush in our hearts. No pun or innuendo intended whatsoever. Sorry, that's me, very base.
And here on International Women's Day, we just really honor our bodies, our hearts.
Yes, and also really honouring the fact that the sacred feminine is rising. It's rising in all of us. So, aho, and let it be. And thank you for taking this time to join us. And I hope the replay is a smoother experience for those of you who have watched it.
And for those of you who are in a deep place still, just honouring the time that you can take this evening to really be with it.
Be with it, drink lots of water, and get an early night if you can, or have a bath even if you can, that will help as well. Good. Well, Anita said everything worked well her end, so it wasn't too bad for everybody. Great, wonderful. Well, namaste, so much love to you. I'm feeling loved up. See you soon.